When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Schumann Stadium in Muncie, Indiana, home to the Ball State Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Cardinals will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now, and I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most, and that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman ceremony.
Turning it on! Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the ground with the back. Sweet cut there. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. Powers through the defender. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to power their way ahead. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me and double.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest, gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Ball State Cardinals offense has its first opportunity of the day. Taylor wants to throw it. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cardinals will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way from around the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Dumps it to the back. He caught it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. He'll pull it on the read. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the throw to the sideline is complete. Won't be enough for the first down. And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Open space at the 25. All the way in for the touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Taylor wants to throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it. And it's in for a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, uses it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field it close to the 50. Oh, he got loose. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Gets the back moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the 1st down. And they're in for a touchdown.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The away team has a slight lead. They play a fun brand of football. Let's see if they can close this one out.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Ashley. There he goes. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Taylor wants to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Grab behind the line. It's Ashley. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And he's still running after. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Great place to start for this offense. They'll try the run. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Throws it back. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Ripping through the defense. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Looking to buy time. Gets rid of it. Right on the money. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Brought down. Pickup of 2 to the 19. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Cruz. Spits it out to the back. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Get up already. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. With the run on first and goal. He bullies his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. The Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That
looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, first and 10 from the 20. Hand off from the shotgun. Jukes his way for more. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to get it in. He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Looking to throw, it's Cruz. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, what a scene there in Muncie. What a fine performance we've seen. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Schumann Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO.
Breaks into the open.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Cardinals can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Plenty of options here, run or pass on third down right around midfield. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. And the Cardinals will punt it away on fourth down. A soaring high punt with serious hang time. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Gonna run it. It's McLaughlin. Picks up the first down. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Flying down the left side. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Colorado found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A prime example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Boulder. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jump.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Power football with the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Cruz. Pressure coming. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can...
He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give out of the gun. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. 3-and-out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Open space at the 25. There he goes. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. They're going to run it. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up, because taking sacks like this is killing the...
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here's the handoff. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. 42. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Across the 25, he's got room. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Arizona is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Tucson for some time. They're up 14 over Indiana. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Collins. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Knew where he wanted decided to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Oh, trickeration, he's throwing it. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. The fake punt works to absolute perfection, and it's a touchdown. Channeling their inner Mad Hatter, pulling out the fake punt. Defense didn't have a clue it was coming, and they get the touchdown.
And I think you call this play when you know what the defense is going to do, and you try to get the first down, but even better, get the bigger play. The punter coming through with a great throw, scoring a long touchdown. Beautiful job. Nice fake punt.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They love to be aggressive, but that was a flat-out gamble with the fake punt, and man, did it pay off. They turned it into a touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Gonna run it. It's Horton. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not... for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Turning it on. Got the first down. Looking for more. And into the end zone for a touchdown. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Finds his tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The tight end always finds a way to get open. He's just a first down machine, Jesse.
And he's a guy, Reese, that is proven he can beat man coverage, but he's also so good against zone, too. He just knows where the soft spots are in the defense. That's why this quarterback has so much confidence in him.
To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
He wants to throw it again. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game when you're down, they've got to find a way to make something good happen on that side of the football.
They'll go back to work on offense.
Let's go!
Off-play action on 1st down. On target to the left. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. It's a draw. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The Cardinals decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. The give to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give on the option. Fights off it, and another broken tackle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And while the game is all but decided, looking for the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Ends it off. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's a throw downfield late. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's in open space downfield. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time